Alright guys, out here Saturday, piddling around a little bit on 7600. You can see it's snowing. Doesn't feel that. It's about 32 right now. It's kind of sticking, some of it's melting. Not that cold out, the wind's not blowing, doesn't feel that cold, but just enough for it to snow. I'm going to clean the gas tanks out on this. Got the heads, went up at the machine shop yesterday, and the heads were not very good shape that were on here, but I'll get into that more when I get everything back and I can show you what I'm going to end up doing with it. But got this. Let me show you. We got two 40-gallon tanks, one here, one on the other side. And the 7800, we cut wheat with it in 03, and then after that it just kind of sat in the shed. It got started twice a year just to run it out so we could run something else, put a piece of equipment away, and then we'd run it back. And so it didn't get run very much, and gas, got old and got crap built up in the tanks and rust and everything else. So we ended up doing on it, the fuel gauges on that side on them. And so what we did, drain everything out. We took that tank and washed it out, and then we drained this tank and just brazed this fitting shut on it to where you fill that side and it's not going to fill this side up then, to where this side just stays empty. And that way you can run where there's not so much stale gas in it. You can keep a tank fuller on gas and not and it just, there's not so much gas just sitting in the bottom of the tank. And it worked out really well, and so did that. Haven't had any trouble with it, because again, it doesn't run but 20 gallons a year through it of gas. And that's what I'm going to do here. This dang line's actually just completely full of rust and everything. Sediment bowl's supposed to go on there. I've got it soaking in solvent. But I think I'm going to try to use one of those drain snakes and see if I can get this thing cleared out. If not, we're going to have to go to plan B on it, but I'm hoping I can get it cleared out there. But anyway, we're going to come back over here and pop this tank loose. That's ½ inch. I ordered, should be coming in the mail here within a week or so, a little voice activated thing I can just clip on my person somewhere, and then I can use my action camera to film, just because then it's not so shaky with these glasses and everything, and I think you get a little wider picture of what's happening. I don't know if I'm going to use it for the shop videos. I might try it for something like this, because that way I can have the camera over there and I can just be talking and you'll still be hearing all the audible stuff that's going on around. But let me know what you think about that. If you those are 3/8 bolts there. If you would like to see something like that, where I try to use the action camera, if I can get the audio up on it, keep better audio, just let me know what you think. Drop them, get them later. Luckily, I got lucky on the 525. The sediment bowl had actually rusted off the bottom or got broke off or something on that tank, and so it didn't really have too much in the gas tank. It was nasty. It was mainly just dry. I had a little rust, and I put a little standpipe in the bottom, because that fuel tank on there, you got to take the return elevator off and whatnot to get it off of there. A little more of a pain. And it's ran 3 years, not had a problem. 2 years? Coming up on the 3rd year. Yeah, because I got it summer of 15. Yeah, there with the wrench. There is some crap in the bottom of that. But our garden hose and wash that out. I think these tanks are just flat bottom, which makes them nice. There's not like a little thing that sticks up in them. Makes it nice to clean out, but yeah, 'cause it feels like it got all the liquid out. But we'll see. I might have to dump a little kerosene or something down in there to really get it cleaned out. But anyway, come back to you. Alright, I got it. I'm trying to hook this thing up and get it kind of hanging onto the fuel tank, and so that let the water run through it a little better, and hope that the stuff washes out of the bottom. I don't know what it's got for sludge in the bottom of it. Cold start, 32 degrees. I haven't done any cold starts this year. Not that I've videotaped anyways. That's a pretty good little starting skid steer though. I think I started it down about, it's got a block heater but it doesn't work. And I started it down about 2 degrees one time and it rolled over about 3 times. The battery didn't like it, but it still fired right off. Hydraulics didn't like it either. I have all the safety Nazis there since I got out when the bucket was up on the skid steer. I don't remember what the heck I did with my chain. Yeah, look at all that rust coming out of there. You can plug them little inline fuel filters in no time at all. You can do it and come back 5 minutes later and they'll be plugged again. I'd driven it to 7800 in 2012 to a show, and before we did this to the tank, and I can't tell you how many fuel filters we went through in like the 20-mile drive. There's a lot of crap coming out of there. That beef, it really calmed down. I'm pretty good too. They're on on corn and eating it and everything. They're eating about half a bushel a day, cracked corn. I'll come back to it here in a bit. Well, after about the third or fourth time, got it kind of washed out here a little bit. You can see just a whole big old string of rust there and runs down and everything. It's still not very good on the inside. If you really want to do it up right, you'll put a pea gravel in the tank, and if you have like one of them little portable concrete mixers, you strap it to that and just let it sit there and spin for a while, and that'll knock everything loose, and then you empty everything out. But to clean all the pea gravel out, then you just about got to cut a hole in the tank to get in there and do that. But some people like putting coatings in tanks. I don't like it because that coating, the gas eats through that also if the gas gets kind of old, and then you're back to square one, and then you got to get all the coating out of the tank too, along with the rust. So moral of the story is it'll never build up, if you're using something at least once a year. If you're running at least once a year and running 10 or 20 gallons through it, won't have a problem. It's always the people that got a bunch of collector tractors and or cars or something, and then they let them sit for 3 or 4 years, or don't get them out enough, to where they run a tank of fuel through them a year. You just can't do that. You just got to let them. You just got to use them. That's the only way there is. You just got to use the things. And I don't like stable much either. I never cared for that stuff. Finish draining here, and got a little bit of oil mixed gas in the chainsaw. I'm going to dump in there and kind of let it just sit in the bottom, displace the water a little bit. Got a bunch of regular gas over there, but I figured the oil might help it out just a little bit too. So need to get me. I got a regular gas tank on the other farms, but I'm going to get a little 25-gallon steel one since the skid steer runs on gas now too, or burning gas here too. I'm going to get one of them and set it up. It's got a little pump on it and whatnot, a little electric pump. That'll be kind of handy to have around the farm here. And then anytime I just need to fill that 25-gallon tank up, I'll just set it on the back of the truck, take it in and fill it up. I hate dumping out of these little gas cans. It's just a pain to do it. But anyway. Alright, got it all put back on there. Went on just as easy as it came off. Kind of chilly out here. I'm gonna wait till a warmer day. The wind picked up, and gonna clean that thing out with the drain snake. But anyway, I don't want to take it in the shop because it smells like old gas and it just stink the whole shop up, so don't really want to do that. I do have the engine all covered up nice. Got it all sealed off, and I soaked everything with WD-40 before I did that, and so it won't rust and whatnot. But probably get the heads back sometime this week if what they're doing for the valves and everything's going to work. So keep posted on that one. So thanks for watching.